Hi guys, I am Israel and this is my family tree. It has 5 generations and the first generation are my great-grandparents. I only met 2 of the 4. This is Mama Dina, who is still alive today and is 88 years old. Currently, she is retired and lives in João Pessoa. She married Severino, my great-grandfather, but I didn't get to know him and I know little about him, just his name. About my grandfather's parents, I met only Papai, who died at 95 years old at 2009. He was born in Dona Inês, Paraíba. There he worked as a farmer until retired. It was also there that he met Maria Conceição, who we call Vó Maria. She died at 77 with cancer. She was also a farmer and was born in the Santa Cruz, here in Rio Grande do Norte. Mamãe Dina and Severino are my grandmother's Silene's parents. Papai Né and Vó Maria are my grandfather Jair's parents. My grandmother is 61 years old and my grandfather is 65. Both of them were born in Itacima, Paraíba. They were farmers and today they are retired. Together they have 6 children. This is the youngest of the brothers, my uncle Josualdo. He is 33 years old and born in Santo Antônio. This side is his wife, Miss Terli. They have a children named Jennifer. This is my aunt, Janderleia, but we call her Leleia. She is 38 years old and she is born in Pacifica. She and Basto have 3 children. Isa is 13 years old and she's a student. Isaac is 7 years old and he is still a student. And Maria Lydia is 2 years old. And this is my uncle, Jair Jr., but we call him Jairzinho. He is also a farmer and is 35 years old. He isn't married and has not children. These are my aunt Johnny and her husband Ivaldo. Both are 39 years old and travel together in Brazil in a trailer. I could not find any picture of my uncle Jair, but he is the oldest and is 42 years old. He is a blacksmith and was born in São Paulo. He and his wife, Lúcia, have 2 children. Daniel is a student and is 19 years old. And Tiago is still a student and is 17 years old. Finally, these are my parents. Jailma is my mother's name. He is 41 years old and born in Itacima, and she's a housewife. Arairi, my father is 67 years old and is an electrician. He was born right here in Natal. They both have 8 children, who are my brothers. I'm going to start with the youngest, Jair Neto. He's 5 years old and he's a student. Then comes to Raquel. She's very beautiful and is 7 years old. David Lucas is 10 years old. Hadassah is 14 years old. Ruth is 16 years old. And all they were born here in Natal and are students. And this is me. I'm 18 years old and I am a student, and I was born in Pacifica. After me is Ruama. She's 20 years old and she's a student. Finally, my older sister Nataline. She is 22 years old and she's married to Mateus, and they have a little boy called Nicholas. He's two years old, but it doesn't end. I also have others brothers, but I don't know them very well. These are Vânia and Verônica, and both live in Rio de Janeiro. This is Gabriela, and she lives here in Natal. This is Ana Paula, who lives in Italy, and this is Neto, who also lives in Rio de Janeiro. These three I only know the names, which are Anne Caroline, Elane, and Isabel. As you can see, my family is not so big, but I have many brothers. In total, there are 16 of those I know. Another curiosity is that my father is older than my grandfather. My mother is 26 years old, younger than my father. When she was 1 year old, he already had children.